You ready, JK?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Always ready. All right.
It's just yeah.
You're not so ready that you stop talking though. Fingers on lips.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just about to say I'm just seeing all the great players online, and some of them are past Spotlight winners, which is awesome to see.
That's exciting. That is exciting to. Is it going to come up in the look of the draw to see their parks come up? That'll be exciting. Okie dokie. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Welcome to a step through time back into the illustrious past, not only of New Element, but of the very nature of the game itself. That is right. New Element started with loopy landscapes, through to RCT2, to the rocky we weren't really sure about the expansion objects, but then we got through to custom objects, the custom rides, the trainers, the hacks, through to the dawn of Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. And can you believe it? Now we are putting respect on those expansion objects. If we could just show Meritrix now the vindication they would feel after Tilted Acres and the feedback that was put on that. But without further ado, let's take a trip down memory lane to rediscover our past and gain new appreciation for our present. Are you guys excited?
Yeah, 100.
I'm ready to get underway because I wasn't around for the very beginning of New Element, obviously, though I did show up in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm a young head, aren't I? But I'm so old now. I still feel like a young head, though. So some of those earlier spotlights, I don't have like the historical appreciation for. So I'm really excited to dive back into them. And before we go any further, we really must highlight the amazing work that Liam did to catalogue and articulate the history of the Spotlight in that essay. It is outstanding. I know that a lot of you have read it, but if you haven't already, get in there, show your love for it. It's a bit lacking in the comment department right now compared to the amount of effort that had gone into it. I'm presuming this is like years of work that's gone into this. So, that's always a nice thing if you want to jump in and give that some love. So yeah. Extreme 97, show them the wheel.
So, we've got this lovely, nice spinning wheel. I didn't make this, I just found a website. But we're going to throw in, so we've got 101 spotlights to get through, which is a lot. We're not going to go through all of them, obviously, we'll be here all day. So what we're going to do is going to split them up into groups of 10, except for the last group, which will be 11. And we're going to spin this wheel with each group, and we're just going to see whichever one it pops out, and we're going to go look at that in-game. And we're going to go and have an explore and just see through our history.
I'm so ready. I'm not familiar with the no spotlight.
So should we get started then? We've got in our first group, so these have been pretty much mostly randomized. We've got groups of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and groups of Roller Coaster Tycoon LL. So, and then for the last few, we've got mixed groups. So just so we have sort of an equal balance between the different games, and we're not always stuck looking at one game or the other.
And we're going to be viewing Loopy Landscape Parks in open, so they might be a bit glitchy.
A few, maybe some crashes or things breaking, but on the whole, it should work.
But this is like a good reminder of get your Loopy Landscapes installed, go and explore them yourselves, because they're so important to our history, and there's lots to be gleaned from them, as we're going to be discovering through this stream, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got Spellbrook Shore by JK, Islands of Enchantment by Artist, Emerald Point by Coaster Bill, Starpointe by Pacificoaster, Divinity Ridge by the other JK, Lonely Planet also by JK, Seaquarium Curacao by Liam, Six Flags Santa Fe by Robbie, Revelations of Stonehenge by Blutiful, and Watkins Woods by CP6.
What? It's so stacked. It's crazy.
Yeah, this group is great. Got a nice mix of
there's another
new
JK.
ones.
Like, what's happening?
Everybody stop! Stop!
Yeah.
There's another there's an imposter here. Wait, we thought you were the other one. We thought you were the Divinity Ridge guy.
Yeah. You've just been wearing his face around everywhere, pretending to be him.
This is like a Simpsons Principal Skinner situation.
Yeah, the real Armand Hamtarian. Right, should we give this a spin then? Our first go?
Yes.
Let's go.
And we've got, what are we looking at? Are we looking at Starpointe?
We're looking at Starpointe.
Of course.
Amazing.
Probably one of the, a high mark to beat for the rest of the show. So I've got all of these open here, so we'll open up Starpointe. So here we are.
File management. Look at that.
So from what I remember, this was like a huge park when it opened. I mean, this debuted with NE5, so it had a whole new website, and Pacificoaster had finished this by the time it was ready. And I remember this was sort of like, it was in that sort of late transition era where we were sort of cramming in more and more objects, and it really was a turning point when PAC released this, because it was streamed a lot as well, so sort of you could see what was going on, you could see what was being built, and instead of like breaking the secrecy, all it did was just hype everything up a huge amount. I think when it was released, it was like, I think the highest scoring park, 94.5, I want to say. Since then that's been beaten, but in its heyday it really was like, and it still is probably one of the top 10 parks on the site. For some people it is the best.
Yeah, it is it's so influential as well. Something that I think we're going to notice, but like in the pre-open era, is just how saturated these parks are, because we really have got to utilize every single tile of the park. So Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 Vanilla had a map limit of 256, is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
And Loopy Landscapes had 1/4 of that. It was 128, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it was literally 1/4 of the size of this. It was double the map edge length, but it was 1/4 of the size. So that's something to bear in mind with those Loopy Landscapes ones, just how saturated those are going to be as well. Like every corner is utilizing this. In a sense, there's sort of like that head-to-head vibe of like every tile is vital in a lot of these spotlights.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I remember seeing this being streamed as well, like when he was building sort of these buildings, and just like cram it. Like back in those days, getting this many objects on like a single tile took a lot of.
It wasn't trivial.
Back and forth, between the old 8 cars and that.
I can't even remember 8 cars now. I think I've blocked it out.
You just skipped past that whole area. We don't recognise that anymore. So we can go around the park. Let's, I guess, go through the main street.
Is somebody keeping
the
time?
Entrance, I guess this. Yeah, we can say we'll do about 10 minutes on each park.
That sounds good.
So yeah, starting with like this really fantastic entrance.
It seems kind of cute from like a contemporary setting, just because the scale has exploded so much in this game. But like, I really like. I did it on my channel last week, like going back and using 8 cars, and holy smokes, the instability, it not working half the time, and all of that stuff. The fact that people were completing spotlights at all was astounding, and the dedication that people had to have to complete these parks to this level of quality at this size is really crazy. Yeah. Let's have a look at some of these coasters.
Doing some great work in 8 cars, and then all of a sudden you just had like a ghost subject appear to start again.
Large tile scenery was just a an absolute danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sammy, I feel like especially this park might feel not that overwhelming than back then these days, because there's so much stuff in here that has been copied and inspired by over and over by so many people.
Yeah, I mean, this
It's
started
always
like
been
a whole movement of like Packism style realism, which like he basically redefined realism as like a genre for, you know, part of a decade.
Yeah.
And he's still doing it to this day with some of his latest releases, just redefining different ways of doing things in a really great way. He's just one of my favorite builders.
And just like how does he do it? Like, how does it come across? Like
pure passion for the community, and
just like a knowledge
real,
and like a vision to get it done. And
I just like seeing this area for the first time was just so cool.
I think this is definitely like amongst like the staging of the ride and like nestled in the like just in that gap in the coaster. This is real stuff. You can really see, like, if we think of like Zeka stuff is like a slightly more contemporary version of this sort of stuff. Really like took it as a jumping off point. Just that great composition.
Yeah, I remember this was the I guess the height of actually good looking 1K rocks, where it's not just like stacked on top of each other and overloaded.
Yeah.
But it was when when I remember like the transition towards using 1K ruins as proper rock work.
It's crazy to think that there was a point where there wasn't like fish rocks or Tolls rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when we were mostly just using sort of jagged black rocks or...
They look, I still like them, you know.
What year is this park again?
2010?
13.
2013. Wow.
Yeah.
See, isn't it? Because you look at it now and it's not too distant from a park that we'd see today in terms of its execution.
And you could still see people today being like inspired by this and seeing their styles sort of come from this as the starting point.
Yeah. I'm going to have a hot take. I didn't really like this back area and never have.
You didn't?
So if anyone's passionate about it, I'd love to be convinced.
I mean, this ride I'd really like. I'm not sure if this won something at the awards. I feel like it, as a layout, it's just absolutely really good. Like the way it sort of flows in between itself.
Is it based on something?
I think it's a bit sort of a mix where I guess it's a bit like Accelerator, but just with a longer,
like a reimagined, like
Gustav said in the comments, didn't think Pac did CSO, just thought he was a DKMP guy.
The washed up CSO player, no one remembers.
Yeah, and agree, Leon. Starpointe is still as good as when it came out originally.
Oh, for sure. I think like this style as well has been like copied to death. Like every time you sort of saw a rapids, like for at least 7 or 8 years after this, it would be in a realistic park. It would look a lot like this. It would copy a lot. And I remember as well, like the tree style here felt very new at that time as well. It perhaps goes a bit under noticed, but like just having like this trunk with the trees sort of bunched around it, it was definitely like it was used a few times. But I feel like this park definitely made really good use of it.
Crazy how far we've fallen. Somebody won an award for half a rapids ride.
Somebody, yeah. all by themselves. Yeah.
It's crazy how consistent this one is as well. Especially with like the density of the style. I could imagine something, and it would be completely like justifiable, like the quality sort of shifting from area to area. But it felt like Pac was going back through and bringing the quality up as he improved.
I think I remember like the early screens, and you would see them again, and it would be like, oh, he's just completely redone this. It's a bit, it reminds me of Andrew's
Yeah.
Belle Isle, where the earlier screens were definitely good, and then he just improved it and he reworked everything and took it up like 10 times.
Yeah.
Amazing. As much as it pains me to drag ourselves away from this park, should we jump to the next one in interest of time?
Let's do it.
Yep. Yeah,
Movie
sure.
park.
Are we doing a loopy
I also
landscapes
just want
one
to
now?
highlight.
Yes.
Just want to highlight also the water park here. I feel like this was also something that was very like new, adding a water park to an original theme park.
And a lot of
like
it was
having all of
peepable,
these
wasn't
slides
it?
working. Yeah, fully like peepable, having these slides all working, having like the lazy river working. This all felt, I think, really like innovative for the time.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump ahead. Let's get back to our spinning wheels. So
Let's get to the wheel.
we've used up all of these. We're not going to see any more of them, sadly. We are going to see.
I've got my fingers
Hello.
crossed. I want to see yes.
So we've got Through the Ages. We've got California Disney Sea. We've got Visions Amusement
Are we going to
Park.
say who made them?
Oh, I mean, some of these I'm not even going to know, to be honest. Through the
Yeah.
Ages of Just Smith and Roomie. California Disney Sea, I think, was someone. VTX, maybe. Liam would know all this. I wonder if Liam's available to start talking about things.
Drop
We can
it in the
bring him on.
comments.
But yeah, Visions Amusement Park. Disney's Movie Magic. Disney's Discovery Island. Arnos Springs Resort. Elsinore Falls. Universal's Outrage. SeaWorld Atlanta. And Luna Park. So a few of these are actually, I mean, one of these at least, Luna Park, is a recent sort of LL spotlight by Alex.
I've
Through
got my
the
fingers
Ages was
crossed for
sort of
Disney World Atlanta. Sorry, SeaWorld Atlanta, you know.
Oh, by RRP. Yeah, that's one of, like, I think the legendary sort of spotlights that are just really good.
And I remember reading a comment once where RRP was like, everyone keeps like saying I'm like a visionary and all this stuff. I literally like don't even concentrate when I'm doing it. It takes me like an afternoon to build a park, which I think we see people nowadays who have that same sort of like just like eye for composition and stuff, and it just comes out of them.
And you
it's
can see it
annoying.
in like earlier work as well, like SA Coaster Freak. He had like an earlier LL park, and I think it was in Liam's post, but you could sort of just tell straight away, okay, he knows what he's doing, even just like from the very earlier versions.
This is kind of what I was trying to. We don't have like the language to speak about this sort of like vision and stuff, and that's what I was trying to. I'm still trying to divine it through Fundamental Forest, and I hope I'm getting closer to communicating this like magical, just like like macro view of what makes these things work or not work.
For the audience, if you don't recognize any of these parks, don't worry, that's not like your fault or anything. There's 100 spotlights in history.
There's this website, it's called Any Designs. You can go there, you can use the search function. It works really well.
Look these up. Just have a look, even if you don't think, oh, I don't really understand this. I think there's still things to be gleaned from each of these parks, even if you've never encountered them like that old sort of LL style before.
Well, let's have a look at one.
Okay, everyone's saying spin it. Let's get on with it then.
Spin the darn thing. Atlanta, 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 Atlanta.
All right.
Ooh, we got
that's a close one. Oh,
That was by Roomie, I believe. I think that was Roomie's
nice.
only spotlight.
I
Or maybe
don't.
he might have had another one. So back then he was called Room Raider.
Is Roomie jumping off buildings right now?
He is currently at was at an NFL game in London, but I'm not sure if he's here with us today. So where are we? Arnos Springs Resort. So we've actually got two maps because it's a multi-mapper. So we'll try and speed through a couple of these.
It's a multi-mapper. Yeah, this was the interesting thing. Back in the day, it was like an arms race. If you look at the... if you read through the essay that Liam did, there was sort of like a size arms race going on because the detail couldn't get much more intense because they hadn't sort of got through to the detailing side of things. The size became the like arms race. The parks were getting bigger and bigger, and they had to multi-map them.
Yeah, and you could see there was like some spotlights had like 3 maps with them. Also, Liam's just said he did have actually 3 spotlights for me. So he had this, he had Snowdrop, and he had Through the Ages, which he had sort of half share on. So So 3 spotlights is massively impressive. I know someone here has 4. I think he is a special
it's
case.
kind of lame though when you get 4. 3's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3's a nice
honestly,
number.
it's so overrated, guys. Like, don't do it. Like, honestly, what scares me is multi-mapper. Like,
Yeah.
are you for real? Like,
I'm
you just
expecting a
didn't
multi-mapper for your next one now.
Fuck that. Never. Like, I just can't imagine. Like, that's something that's dead in the community right now. Is multi-map solos. Like, but can you imagine doing a multi-map?
I mean, just from the overview, you can tell there's like a lot of different techniques. You can kind of see already what the LL style, the classic LL style, was about. Was these kinds of like jagged rocks,
Jagged rocks with trees on the top.
Yeah, that was the old classic. So let's start in this corner because this does look.
Are we
nice.
seeing codex in this park at all? I can't see any evidence of codex thus far.
I'm not sure actually. If anyone would have done it this early, it probably would have been Roomie.
Yeah, but for the people who don't know what codex is, what is it?
So codex is the best analogy that we have for codex is it's like the early, like it's the caveman version of Tile Inspector. An extremely powerful bit of kit was codex, where you couldn't raise objects in loopy landscapes, as I'm sure you guys, if you've played Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, you know that you can't raise objects like you can in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. But you could use this piece of software called Codex, which was a trainer, and you could use that to raise and lower objects. It was basically the Tile Inspector for back in the day. There was one for Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 as well. It was called Epiphany, I believe, but it was a bit iffy, and I only found out about it through Roomie, and I personally never got it working. So the best analogy is Tile Inspector. Just imagine Tile Inspector and the amount of power that gave you in loopy landscapes. It was still very limited because it was loopy landscapes, but there's something about loopy landscapes where it just feels so like iconic and like vivid, and the styles are just, I don't feel like we really get that in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 because we have all this like versatility.
I think it requires like a bit more abstraction and a bit more imagination to sort of see what all of these things.
So well put. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Abstraction is just the great like way to put it.
That's cool.
So I don't think. Yeah, JK, go on.
Sorry, I was about to say I've never seen this parking game before ever.
Yeah. So I've researched a bit, and I don't think Codex was involved here.
Yeah, it might have been a bit before the time of Codex. This one.
Damn, can you imagine?
Like the height of the LL spotlight craze.
It's crazy believing that or reading that this is Roomie's second spotlight, seeing that it is released in 2003.
How quickly like people were making spotlights back then as well. You could have like 2 or 3, like at least 2 in a year. You could have people cranking out spotlights once a year, and then Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 came along and just shattered all of that. Thanks a lot.
Those custom supports are sick. They're so good.
That's another thing that is, I guess, something you miss these days is just kind of like, this is good enough, or like this will work.
Yeah, it's very like gestural, wasn't it? It's kind of like, I think something like this, just with like more concerned composition that obviously like a contemporary Roomie park would have now, it would bang.
Yeah,
I want to see one. You know.
Damn, he's just not going. I think this is.
So this is 2003. Did you say?
3, yeah.
Darn. So maybe Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 was out or about to be out at this point.
And we've also got weirdly one of our favorite LL things, which is these sort of like drop tracks where you sort of merge and then come backwards, and you go backwards through the different thing. I think we, you see that quite a lot in these older LL parks. You never really sort of see it. I guess modern parks, they do realism with like the sort of launch tracks, but there's a lot of like adventure rides using these sort of like random go up and come back down the other way.
Yeah, and there was a lot more like fantasy was again to refer to Liam's amazing essay. Like there wasn't this like delineation between like fantasy and realism yet.
Yeah.
So they were doing these like fanciful stuff because they were like, look what I can do. And it was a great way to do it, you know. I mean, just look at this. It's fun. If for nothing else, it's just a fun thing.
Oh, cool. We've actually got Roomie in the chat, by the way. Someone summoned Roomie. We've got him here. If anyone has any questions for Roomie, shoot them to him in voice chat.
There's no chance that Roomie remembers. I obviously don't want to speak for him, but like, heavens.
He said 2003, God, I'm old.
Roomie, do you have any like memories of building this, or is it gone? Is it gone into the sands of time?
He said, I barely remember what happened yesterday.
What a legend.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Absolutely.
So are we looking at the other map as well?
Yeah,
or-
let's see. There was other stuff on this side. I mean, you can kind of like broadly see there's lots of, this wooden texture, which I do quite like, and and how sunk everything is sometimes into the landscape. All right, let's take a look at the resort map.
It's a rebuild of an older park, weirdly. Very interesting.
Men overboard.
Rune Raider. A gutter flower.
And there we have Captain Mantis has drowned. They love drowning people in those little parks, I'll tell you.
That boat is vibey. And that little that little alien grabbing it.
Yeah, and that's like another thing with like the abstraction. You'd see these sort of like monsters or like sculptures just made out of like a few simple parts of track.
But it communicated something, and yeah, I really like. I think you put it really well earlier. Just the abstraction, and like it's more gestural, and it's more like it's less hung up on the detail and more on the just that like you're managing to communicate something. It's almost like through hieroglyphics rather than like detailed like modern English.
Ooh,
I love like this
right.
island as well, like the shape of everything.
Yeah.
That's all. Like,
What's that ride in the center? That looks really cool.
This one, the Patricial cannon. Oh, that ride. Oh, the particle cannon.
The particle cannon.
Cannon.
That's like a impulse coaster. And this thing here, is this just like a? This is very roomy. Like this here,
or something, or like time machine energy spins. So I think it's sort of like ride track as scenery, just like is very sort of necessary back in those days as well, just to like give a sort of like an impression of what something could be. It's like, oh, it's okay. This is big rings. There's this sort of black and yellow stuff. It's got some nice Asian theming over here. And this map is a bit interesting. I did look at this earlier, and it's like a bit of like half resort, half sort of theme park. Whereas a lot of places will just go for the theme park.
Yeah, I really miss it. We've got like a tilt track there. Look at that.
Yeah, like I think that was like a concept sort of thing back in, because they didn't actually there wasn't any actual rides that were tilt tracks back in those days, and now we sort of got one in real life. And suddenly this sort of looks. I
think there was, but was it 2000? Maybe there was.
Was it real? There was one in like in 3. I remember had one, but I thought it wasn't a real. Ride.
No, there was one. It was like in Venezuela or something like that. I'm sure.
Oh, Roomie's saying it was in Taiwan.
Yes, Venezuela.
Crazy.
Like I said.
It's come back like years later then.
So it came back with Siren's Curse, and I was like, it was a bad idea, and I'm glad that they've got it working. This is great, this corner, look at that.
Huge sort of resort, lots of windows.
That bang, look at that. Roomie, where's this skill gone?
This area really feels a bit ahead of its time with all this track picture there.
Some nice tree huts. Those are looking sick. Imagine staying in a tree hut.
I like that hacked tram there using the inverted monorail.
Yes, that's a cool one.
Roomie said beer ruined his skill.
We've got this corner of the park, then we've got a huge sort of B&M ride.
Nice.
Going sort of the classic motions loop and
Single white
I think this is
pass.
my favourite for sure. Ooh,
Very nice.
big
and the
mountain.
CCI. So this is actually like, I guess, a realistic park. It's intended as realism because it's not fantasy at all. But I mean, it's
It's got CCI, so it's realism.
that was a very yeah. I mean, that was basically a thing that denoted realism back then. If you're going to give your coasters manufacturers,
Yeah.
The
Guys,
transitions.
we need
on
to look a
steep.
bit at the time, I think.
All right, forget this
Ooh,
guy.
okay.
We're sick of Roomie. He's still here. We have enough of him.
right, let's clear out these then. So our next RCT2 group then.
I mean,
What do we
we
have
still need
here?
to do like 8 spotlights tonight.
Roomie,
Well,
do you reckon
we've got
that was like
Porto.
because like nowadays we think of Roomie and we think of like innovation and stuff like that. We are being innovative in those parks like yet? Roomie is
Should we
typing.
go ahead whilst we wait for his,
Yes.
his response? Yeah. So Porto Encanto by Glen, Luna Park Adelaide by Stocksy, G-Force's World of Fun by G-Force, Otter's Magic Kingdom, Zippo's Wacky World of Wonders, Tours East, Busch Gardens Asia, Age of Sail, Laguna Aventura, and Dreamport. So this one's sort of leaning towards a more modern RCT2 parks. I think Zippo's might be the only one that's actually sort of more old school here. So we're definitely going to have a look
Interesting.
at, I guess, some modern RCT2 with this.
Before this stops, I really want this to get Porto Encanto.
Oh no!
Ooh, are we gonna get roast JK? The roast
No,
JK.
respin it.
Are we gonna respin?
Wait, because I've got the power, can I nominate that we look at Porto Encanto instead? Because that spotlight is deadly quiet on the comments, and it's such an incredible
I feel like
park.
that one under the radar.
That's
as well.
fair. All right.
I agree with Liam though. I was rooting for Zippo's, but we'll look at Porto Encanto. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
And Roomie, by the way, in response to our question earlier, was that did this contain innovations back in the day? Roomie says, I think so. Some of the hacks were fairly new, but Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 was easier to push weird boundaries than Loopy Landscapes was. All right, here we are, Porto Encanto.
Fantastic sort of
So,
opening scene as well.
I
Which-
think I was the high vote on this park. Very amazing. I think it's very overlooked. Actually, Sammy, you voted just 75. Explain yourself.
75 yes, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh.
true.
Because I will very briefly, I feel like this will put this issue to bed and there won't be any more questions about this. They are two separate questions. How much do you like it and how do you think it deserves spotlight? And a lot of people conflate those two things, thinking, oh, if you think it deserves spotlight, it should have the number of a spotlight. It doesn't say that anywhere. That is something you're bringing to it, and that's fine.
That's a fact.
It's just not in the rules of how it works. So I do think it should be a spotlight, but I think that I didn't enjoy it as much as other people did. But I look at this and I think that's a spotlight.
I just
Well,
wanted to bring some spice to the discussion.
It is October.
Get us fighting early on. That's how you do it. Pick us off one by one.
Yeah, good answer by the way, Sammy. I think that's a great great by the way.
Yeah, nice pageant answer there.
Because I've read the rules.
You're defending yourself too many times.
Maybe I should read the rules as well.
It's not clear. They don't really come up very much, do they?
Yeah.
So I mean, this entrance, love this. All this gold roofing. It's like, it's a big sort of statement, I guess.
Yeah, and the scale's very small. Like, look how small the scale is. It feels very detailed. It feels like Lego almost.
And I love how it's sort of it feels like an exploration. Like, as you come through this entrance, you hit this, like, I guess, buildings here, and this huge thing, this huge, like, structure on the end isn't something you see straight away. So I guess it adds sort of an element of, like, sort of exploring. And
yes.
I think, like, sort of Disney Sea kind of has that. So
it's an element of, like, from like a naive perspective, you might be like, you need to open that up at the end. But at the end of the day, it's a management of, like, it's managing what the peep can see. So from like a macro perspective, it's very particular and very powerful to go around that corner, come around this left-hand turn, and see the macro as it opens out into the rest of the park.
See this huge, like, dominating structure in this lake over there.
I think this is also something this park does well in many areas. Like, all the sidelines are amazing. It's such well made.
Agreed. And there's lots of great set pieces around that lake, from the water fountains to the kind of goldish pirate ship to the castle to the big ride there as well, giving dominance to quite a small footprint ride as well. And then there's this really great entrance area. It's a beautiful area, and I don't think I appreciated it more until this moment in time.
And yeah, I mean, it's good to sort of take a second look at these parks and to sort of look without the lens of having to judge it. You're just sort of in the moment, appreciating it. So yeah, let's take a swing around then. Look at our first main coaster. I love this as well. I think this is something I wanted to nominate in the best sort of ideas category. This huge pathway shaped as a kraken is very cool.
I remember when they were posting a screen of this. I think it was a moment when I knew that this is going to be a spotlight contender.
And then sort of the building wrapping around that sort of shape as well.
It's just now hitting for JK.
Station, yeah. And this is like the underground station then, so this all becomes like the queue. So, and sort of wrapping around all this. Like, this queue is so cool.
Yeah, the queues across the park, like, exceptional.
Like you were saying earlier, we've got like the modern interpretation of like the alternate track, the swing launch there. We've gone from the Roomie like shoestring type thing, although it wasn't really shoestring back in that part. But
Roomie does know his way around a shoestring.
Nah, no, he doesn't.
Probably anyone.
No, disagree. I remember years and years ago, like, asking Roomie about like the mechanics of like shoestringing, and it just went so over my head. Nowadays, I've begun dipping my toes. This is an interesting question. I think I'll put this to Liam. What was the first spotlight that had shoestringing in it?
Ooh.
I don't think he'll know.
Digging through the archives now, yeah. So what I really like about this area is like the architectural theming is literally just two colors, dark green and dark blue glass.
Very bold choice as well.
A lot of different sort of structures, a lot of different sort of shapes coming out. And it doesn't like overwhelm, it doesn't look like it falls into the background too much either. We got these cool dark ride elements as well.
Yeah.
And of course we can't leave it unsaid that there's stuff outside of the park boundary that is explored.
Yeah, I think that's something that we're seeing a lot more recently now that we can expand parks more. We don't have to worry about, I shouldn't waste space on this stuff.
Yeah, because you had to capitalize on every last one, didn't you? And I do know that there was some 256 scale spotlights which had stuff on the outskirts, like the pre-open spotlights. I can't, none are springing to mind. Maybe someone can say, but the fact that now we can expand into that, like, additional elements on the map edge is like a huge way of like contextualizing the whole thing as well. That additional space.
I think this rapids might be one of my favorite rides in the park as well.
And these like flower elements are just inspired.
Yeah, and it's the same colors all over again, like in the other area here as well.
Yeah, like the dark greens coming through.
Yeah,
and like the sort of rustic
incredible.
path. It's a bit of a
It's just so well framed.
another
And
nice dark ride there.
yeah, there's just touches of brilliance all over the place.
Then we head on into the sort of medieval section. I really like the architecture here. It's very sort of like whimsical. It's not sort of like bogged down in trying to be too sort of realistic. It's like these huge, massive sort of jutting out roofs and these sort of textures that you wouldn't really use elsewhere, like this Harry Potter object. You know, I don't know, like probably count on my hands how many times I can remember seeing this used.
Reminds me of Zippos.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have this huge sort of heart-shaped element here. It's really cool. Coming out of the castle.
I think Jene and Mulpia would go pretty hard on a combo for a head-to-head park or like another contest. I feel like they build really well together.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah. I agree.
I also think this map, there's just enough going on the outside to say, like, okay, box ticked for the context of what's going on in the park outside, but I'm going to also do it really, really well and not do too much of it. And I really appreciate that because the map shape is quite different to what we see from a spotlight, but it just feels purposeful.
Interesting.
Which is
I've
also
noticed there's a lot of like the paths are like they don't have like hard railings or anything. They're just sort of like melded into the grass, like here and like over here. So I guess it's an interesting. You wouldn't really see that.
Interesting. Is it too late to make my vote lower?
It's like it's the same
No, I
here.
like
It's
that.
just
I like
sort
that. I
of
like that.
I think
just
it's
kidding.
too late. I think it's too late.
Should we jump to the next victim of our?
Oh, we
Yeah.
have to show
Shout out
this
there.
area because it's
This-
my favorite.
Fantastic.
Ah.
Amazing set piece. Huge integration of the log flume, the roller coaster, and this massive mountain.
Yeah, that bangs.
Fantastic.
And the little
Probably
like cuckoo clock like thing running around in the middle.
yeah, cuckoo clock of like
Honestly, like the-
trolls. Yeah.
like the view of that vertical, diagonal flume drop,
Mm.
it's very amazing. Like
And then,
imagine going
yeah,
through there.
you can just imagine standing on this bridge looking up at that. It
Yeah.
would be fantastic. And then I guess lastly, just out of the Aztec area. Very cool. I think in Head 8, Jene was sort of playing with this stuff and it sort of developed into this. So it's sort of some early stuff from this. Very sort of bold purple choice for this kind of theme. But it just looks really fun.
I think that's the best bit about this. Well, maybe one of the best bits is just the bold color choices.
Mm.
They I feel like if were there a lot of screens of this shown before it being released? I know that definitely like the squid one and stuff like that.
Yeah. The squid one was heavily was kind of advertised, and I think the other coaster as well, the one that I said he should build with Mulpia, I think that cropped up in a Fiesta, and everyone was like, "Oh shit! Like Gene's really good and stuff." And we were going to get this release from him? Definitely not. Like it's incredible.
Because I feel like people would have been like, "Oh, that's a bit too like vivid. You want to make that like Aztec kind of thing. You want to make it beige." But instead, we got this almost like neon, like dream world purple and gold sort of thing, and it bangs.
Yeah,
it goes.
Right, shall we get into the next group? So we're gonna
yes,
swap
please.
back to LL.
Should we ask Loopy a different Roomie a different question? What's your favorite kind of crisps, Roomie? And we can get the update in a moment.
That's
do I recognize? I know Land of the Villain. I know Tropico Cove. Universal Island Extreme was the very first spotlight on New Element, wasn't it?
Yes, that was.
It's a
I think that
Nevis.
was, Yes.
But other than those, these fall in my blind
It's
spot, I
basically
believe.
all pretty much, yeah, all of these are older ones. There's nothing like recent here, nothing like Alex's spotlights or Liam's.
No.
So we're definitely going to have a look at the oldies again. Right, let's give it a spin. Oh yes, Roomie Worcester sauce.
Worcester sauce 6-pack.
Fantastic choice.
Oh,
Right,
nice.
Aurora's Bay. I think that's that's either PyroPenguin or that is someone else. Liam needs to help us out here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look up who created this, or it was Butterf.
That's
It might
right,
have been
someone will
Pyro
tell
or
us.
Butterfinger.
So Aurora's Bay was made by PyroPenguin and was
PyroPenguin.
released in 2002.
Pengling.
Very early on.
Yeah,
PyroPenguin.
actually before the first RCT2 Spotlight, which was
Oh, so this is,
yeah.
I think, his second spotlight then, because Disney Dreams was this other one. So
Yeah.
let's take a look.
I'm just reading Iris' introduction to the park, and he said that PyroPenguin was the third person to ever win 2 spotlights. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, this was his second one.
Already a strong entrance.
Hmm.
But like the entrance is pushed up up against the map edge,
Yeah,
and there's not
yeah.
much fanfare for it.
It's an interesting way of doing it. I think a lot of these like older parks, you'd have sort of like more of a kind of main streety entrance. You just have a lot of like booths, and then you get to the main bulk of the park and split off. But here, it just kind of gets straight into it.
You've not got enough tiles to really muck about, do you?
Then
I think,
straight in with this first coaster.
I think what's also very noticeable here is the 2x2ism in the architecture.
Yes,
Great pull, yes, the 2x2ism, which exists to this day, doesn't it? Why did? All right, this is a question directly for RWE. What do you think is the cause of 2x2ism as a style?
Like as a mathematician, I think that a 2x2 building shape allows for a lot of symmetry. If you know what I mean.
I do. I'm familiar with symmetry.
It just looks good in RCT scale. Like it just fits the RCT scale the best, and you have like 2 windows you can decorate. Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like a kid's drawing of a house, isn't it?
Actually. I mean, imagine like 1x1ism. That would look weird.
I mean, Liam's sort of trying something in that vein at the moment, but it's more like 1 tile wide kind of thingy, like this towers and that up here. But this nice opening coaster sort of has this like, as you come in, you just see this huge sort of overbank into the Cobra Roll. So we've got a few sort of themes going on here. You can tell always like there was always like the path choice was like very much highlighting the theme. And crazy paving was always one of the the best paths. If we're going to be
crazy paving is the best path. I'm gonna die on that hill.
It is a good path. But I like the grey version of it.
What? What are you talking about?
So like there's the grey version of that.
I know what it is. I just don't know why you like it more.
What? It's like it reminds me of Egghead.
All right, I'll let you go then. Egghead showed up recently. Isn't that crazy? With a YouTube video.
No.
Yeah, did you not see?
No.
All right, we'll discuss it afterwards. Let's look at this beautiful.
Look at this.
No.
This lovely park. It's got. I mean, the style is very like sort of. You can tell it's going for more sort of tiled and these kind of not less smooth and just like leaving the smoothness to the walls, trying to add more greeble and stuff. Very strong sort of palette aesthetic, I think. Blue, purple, beige.
You had to take those like bold swings back in them days, and it's only really like Porto Encanto that's bringing back those bold swings in the detailed like realm. I think we're getting a bit too comfortable with like our like neutral tones and stuff like that. We need to get more like vivid, I think.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting comparing this park to Encanto, seeing that over here we also have like a one aesthetic in an area. Like you have like 2 colors or 3 colors and a building style, and yeah, just go for it.
Layout is mental. Going straight from the loop into the.
I'm on the same height, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet there's guys who stand down there and collect all the wallets.
But I love this sort of the medieval style. There's lots of like medieval windows.
It works really well. It's in Loopy Landscapes.
It's one of those classic themes. Yeah.
An interesting thing, I know I've mentioned density a lot, so I'll keep it brief because it's talking about the last park we were looking at. But just how sparse Porto Encanto was, with like the vast, like the fields which just seem to like expand, and like the little forest. With this one, there's like, I feel like there was at least an expectation, but I think it was maybe more of like an anxiety of like, well, I can't leave like a gap here. I need to like spam a building, despite the fact there's not really much justification for why one would be there. Like half of the buildings here are just covering up where the coaster is.
Yeah, I think I see that as well. You see it in the landscaping as well. Every tile has to have something on it. It's that sort of...
Yeah, there's not the confidence to let it breathe yet.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a conflation because it was such like an effort, like driven thing to get a park done. It's like, oh, you didn't put a mulberry bush on that tile. It isn't as good as it could be. May have been a like motivator behind this, but we can see here the jagged rocks of the past, which is literally just you grab a corner of a rock, you raise it up, and you make sure that they're contrasting against each other. I wouldn't really recommend doing this in a contemporary setting because it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. But you cover it in trees and it's sort of like, I guess it adds a little bit of like texture to it. It is a vibe, and I do like it when I like look at these old parks.
Like painting, isn't it? It's not like you're creating like a shape of a hill. You're sort of like painting the texture on it.
So in the comments anyway, Yappy said, "Jagged Rocks sounds like a cocktail or a band."
Yes.
Ling also said, "Letting shit breathe was definitely something he did not learn to do until 2010."
I mean, those early like pioneers. Who was it that did? Like Shuslo did lots of like sort of let things breathe and didn't really like buy into this, cram everything in.
The person that I think of when I think of letting things breathe is Ozone.
Oh yeah.
Like I love those Ozone parks. I don't know whether I think Ozone got a few spotlights, but like the later Ozone stuff was like really like spacious and like loopy landscapes, but like more like it. Like he had that park that was like loads of really interesting bridges, like connecting the different areas, and it very cool. We should definitely check out some of the later Ozone parks. No, Liam, a lot of it was, I'm talking about one of the later ones. Liam says Ozone is dense as fuck. But I'm not going to leap in and find the park because I am recording the screen right now.
It needs to be spun.
I think we also need to move on soon. Looking
You're probably
at
right.
the time.
We're at the hour now and we've done the first 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love this rapids area though. Like, that's a lot of like nice sort of textures and.
There's more of a macro eye here. There's definitely, I can see a vision here.
Yeah, you can see sort of the shape of the water it's trying to produce. Lots of like colours in this as well between like the 2 coasters here. Interesting. All right.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Right. Screw all of you. We're going to put some new ones in. So our next group.
Me, when doing a spotlight vote, I just open this up. Spin the damn thing.
Rivers of Babylon, Pixar Animation Studios,
Mid.
Europe,
Mid. Mid.
Marine World.
Mid.
Disney Sea by Highball. This is not the thing.
Oh,
And
we
then
have Veterus in there. Oh no.
Rocky Mountain Mystique, the Terrace Shores, Ultra Mid, and Ports of Magic.
What a mid
So we
list.
got absolute hitters here, though. Fort Park, Rivers of Babylon, Pixar, Rocky Mountain Mystique. Some serious like hitters. So let's see what we get.
Oh, please
Personally
be
rooting
possible.
for Veterus, please.
Oh my god.
Ooh, we're gonna be looking at some.
Oh, yes.
RCTNW.
Yeah, sweet.
Now we're talking. Mid.
Think we've got James on the stream as well, which is awesome.
We love you, James. We're so glad that you reappeared.
I remember having some really like fond memories of this Giga Coaster. So we just jumped straight in because that is. I think this is a coaster that Kumba made the layout for, and it is just huge. It completely annihilates through the layout.
Apparently, there's one in the works, isn't there? Like he's doing like a Sun-off version of this.
Oh, Son of Thresher is going to be like twice as tall, twice as fast.
That's why he has to make his current park so big.
Let's go 10 miles an hour and see how long it takes to get up this lift as well.
So let's just give the context for this, like Marriot's project. It is, of course, in the zeitgeist right now as we speak, because James reappeared, blessed us with the revitalization of this project. This was a multi-mapper of multi-mappers, the most extreme multi-map experience you could possibly imagine. Not quite in the same way as those old parks where you'd include multiple maps in one submission, but these were supposed to exist in the same sort of geographical context, and they were presented in a grid. And of course, now in present day, we're able to make enormous, colossal maps in Open Roller Coaster Tycoon, and RCTNW has come back and compiled all of them onto one map, which is an unbelievable thought, to have all these
crazy
parks with each other. So for the context for this, all you've got to remember is that I believe it's being improved as we speak, but in this historical context, it was the vision was singular and innovative and all of these things. That being said, mid.
Well, personally, when thinking about James stuff, I always think of the stadiums.
Yeah,
me too.
I think he kind of essentially like perfected these at this scale, and just like being able to show, okay, we're going to give over like a massive portion of the map to the stadium, and it's going to make a huge statement.
Yeah, I've just read like an old post stating that there are like over 5,000 seats in this park.
in the Hyatt's project, yeah.
No, just in this park.
Just in this park. Imagine the Hyatt's
Yeah.
project must be like hundreds of thousands of seats.
The seas apocalypse.
So this is all like very his style. This entire part, I mean, I think he improved on it a lot with the Hyatt's releases, but and I guess it's a shame that neither of the Hyatt's major parks got spotlight. But I guess we'll substitute that for this.
Oh, maybe this one isn't. Maybe I've got a bit. So did I make a mistake?
So this is the Marriott. So this is like
this
I think a different project, and then he began the Hyatt's, which was I think the full 9 or 16 map or something, or 25 map project, and it was just massive.
Oh, my apologies.
This was like the start, but this was like the this is the prelude to his crazy 25 map project.
Yes. So the way that we think this was the run up before the leap of that crazy project.
So yeah, Stadium 2 here. I always love like the shaping of these like roofs and stuff as well. And
You can't like somebody like might naively look at this. If there's a stadium, you just make a stadium. No, you can't. It's crazy to make something that's this cool at this scale with this eye to getting it to work. And this was a Levis contraption, I believe, wasn't it? These split lifts.
Oh, was this a working dual lift? It might have been.
Yes, I
Maybe it
think
wasn't.
so.
Was it? No, this one's closed. Or was it just the split that's...
I think it's a split drop. Maybe someone can... It does have... Levis is involved, and why would Levis be involved if not for that?
Good point.
This one goes that way. Look at that.
Oh, it does. They go.
Oh, my goodness.
Great.
I still don't know how that works.
No, because normally you have to like offset one of these boats or something, don't you? By a different track.
And
but yeah, that's really cool.
Brian Andrelzik does have a tutorial for doing that on his channel, for those curious who might not know.
What a lovely framed ride. That ride is lovely.
do love this, like, this structure over here and like the double drop.
Yeah.
I guess this is like a part of the queue line as well. Like, imagine queuing by there. You could like high five someone on the right.
By the way, have we talked about parks back then not having peeps yet?
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Good point.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing to bring up because it was a very like done thing. Because with LL, you couldn't have multi-path parks with peeps; they would just get lost and complain. But with Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, it was actually possible. But I think it was like a holdover from the LL days where adding peeps to a park kind of sort of it felt like it was ruining the atmosphere. Or it was like it just wasn't the done thing, and it took a while, I think, to that to feed into the parks and for things to actually,
I think the big innovation for this was the invention of invisible path and path blocks. Because you could have your cake and eat it too in that situation where you could have huge expansive path on a huge map, but very simple pathing in between the things that you want the peeps to go to. And before that point, if you were just using just raw path, the peeps would just immediately get lost. And it is the hard work of the Open Rollercoaster Tycoon Toon team that have really polished up that code to make it a lot more workable nowadays. Of course, like you could have peeps back in the day. There was very much that point that Extreme was making about how there was controversy about it, right? Where people would be like, I just wish it didn't have peeps. And often you would have two versions of the same park in a release, no peeps and peeps. I wonder if we'll see some of them things coming up.
Crazy thing to say these days. Just think, like, why would you not want peeps? That usually adds like some atmosphere, but yeah.
But we've happily looked through all these parks and we haven't been like it doesn't have peeps. Like we've just enjoyed them for what they are. So it's not even like in a contemporary setting we even like care that much, or maybe we're just used to the olden days being how they are.
Maybe.
Steve Franks. That's a name from the past.
It's a love to see the photo section actually used. On a
this, yeah. Sorry, I thought someone was mentioning that name in the chat. You're like, bloody hell. Bring a gap with the oldies. There's definitely going to be like a retirement home thing. Like, oh, I remember so-and-so.
I remember Steve Franks. Did Steve Franks have like a cat profile picture, like a cartoon?
That's such a memory.
All right, shall we move on to the next one then?
Yeah, I think we need to.
I think this will be our last exclusive group.
Can we look at something good instead?
We love you, James. That we're so glad to have you back.
I hope we get the one that we can't pronounce. Roomie,
we have got it. Yeah, there we are. So we got Discovery Bay, Silver Valley, Coco's Disney Sea, Walkman of My Brain, hell yes. Bite Arshir Valfalu, crazy name. Giari Palms, Busch Gardens Litchfield, Disney's Forgotten Kingdom, DreamWorks Great Australia, and City of Dreams, also a banger.
Interesting.
Let's have a look what we get.
I feel
We've got some more
spotlight
modern ones
stream,
in here.
If we do this spotlight stream and we don't get Disney,
yes. When I get City of Dreams.
Extreme's
This
happy.
is like, I think my favourite L spotlight there is. It's just so... It's like
I'm not
crazy.
familiar.
Oh, it is like crazy. It feels like an AVC park before AVC. It was like, I think, X Sector and
Yes.
let's see who else.
Mantis and Toon.
Yes, yeah.
All right, I like it already.
It was like a 3-part sort of creators.
So this is from
60%
2004.
20 Mantis, 22.
2004. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. This thing, yeah, it's just like crazy, like some of the theming and like the scale of things. So let's jump in. I think the entrance to this is San Francisco with a Golden Gate Bridge.
What gave it away?
That's gold. Instead of red.
Famously gold in real life as well.
Famously Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah. But yeah, like all this like architecture and this like the structures and the levels here is just crazy.
It's composition, isn't it? It's not like the architecture's good. It's rubbish, but it's so well composed that it all becomes like it really glues together.
Now that you've said these parks don't have peeps, it's kind of really pissing me off now.
Like I'm mad. I'm like throwing stuff in my room. Yeah, I'm glad that we've looked at this because I've not actually looked at this one before, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, this whole area might be like my favorite. That's like all of the Martian objects and the random sort of bits that usually you think, oh, those are shit objects. I'm not going to use those. Actually, they look really good in this theme.
Yeah,
it's like fantastic.
Do you think that
I want to
go ahead?
Yeah, go on, sorry. No. I want to say something very controversial. You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. This might be controversial. We might have a double controversial on our hands. Do you think something like this could win Spotlight today?
I would hope so. I think I would vote at Spotlight. Yeah.
I would say I think it would because there's excellence in composition and atmosphere and just skill. And yeah, I
this is awesome. It's really awesome. I think it would need some like banger coasters and stuff like that, but we can do that.
Oh, we come into one of the banger coasters. This one, Coast of Tech City, is pretty
I think
there's sort of a bit hidden away here.
I think the problem is these days we don't see enough LL parks to really say this could win Spotlight today or not. It's quite hard.
Yeah, it's hard to measure, isn't it?
Yeah.
But actually, the controversial thing I wanted to say is, especially this area feels a little DKMP to me. I don't know why.
Oh, just throw a bomb into the chat.
But it does somehow. I mean,
it's hard to consider that a controversial take when we're creaming over how good it is.
Yeah. But it might be like all the track architecture used here, and
yeah, and I like I guess the use of like sort of ostensibly ugly objects like the Martian building,
and like getting the right context to use them in and stuff like that.
Yeah, like using unusual stuff in an interesting composition.
This is awesome. This is so cool.
Is so good. This dueling, like starting from the top, launching out of the fucking thing through this. This is crazy. So this whole area is like weirdly themed to Futurama. It's New York. And this is like the Planet Express delivery.
Which famously there's 2 of.
It's just crazy.
So wait. We essentially we've got like three, 4 panelists like now on the stream. So who's saying it's still Spotlight? Who's not saying it's not Spotlight?
Sammy's still a panelist, and we're all admins. Yeah. I would say Spotlight 100, like
I would say Spotlight.
From what I'm seeing, I think easy Spotlight because it's just so fresh.
Yeah. So Scoop in the comments. So there's about 5 panelists now that are saying we'd still vote it Spotlight.
Wow, underappreciated gem discovered on stream in 4K 2025.
Some good comments.
I'll just say
This
for
coaster
the
is so
benefit of the people who
inspiring.
are like watching this on the stream, from my point of view, the bit rate is pretty low. But this is to encourage you guys, go and open them up.
Maybe I should stop mashing my fucking keys around. But
I'll just say all the links to these parks will be included down below. There'll be a link to Liam's essay, to like the website, all of that stuff. I do encourage you to get stuck in, go and look at these actually in-game, in Loopy Landscapes. You can obviously open them if you have the textures connected, like the wonderful Xtreme has. You can look at them in Open Roller Coaster Tycoon. But there are some major differences between Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, which causes some like desynchronization between some stuff. So that's something to bear in mind. Go and look at them in-game. You will not be disappointed. But just look at the colour use, just vivid colour use.
So this is no longer a PG-13 stream because this whole thing is drugs.
Oh my goodness!
Like, this is where it's coming. This is like the eclecticness of this like area is just wild, but it's so like I guess on theme.
So
it's like acid trip of an island.
Liam said in chat that he'd love to see coasters like these again these days, and I definitely
Regarding like the
just
dueling coasters,
Yeah, but I mean, also look at
like,
the pink one.
This having
it's so
this
cool.
is crazy. Like it just does this huge loop and then it goes up again.
That's so nice.
And that's so cool way to integrate the theme, like going like a high and then on a low and then on a high again. Like I guess, sort of, probably reading way too much into it. But
when you said it wasn't PG-13 anymore, I thought this big pink mast had something to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we're reading a lot of things in these old parks, but maybe basically these people were just thinking, okay, this looks cool, let's do it.
Well, death of the author.
I mean,
they have no say in how we interpret it, really. And people probably thought it was good because they, whether intentional or not, were reading these things into them.
Yeah.
And I spotted on the horizon there is there's a hot air balloon. Can we have a look at that?
Let's take a look from this angle. And that is like very like primitive kind of hot air balloon.
Well, it's a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's a very cool like thing just to throw in as well. Just have like this air balloon pad in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Like instead of just having an island, you actually make it something.
I don't want to say it again, but the hot air balloon also really feels like the word I'm not supposed to say again. Like that Trekkie thing flying over the map.
Love it.
Yeah, it's it wasn't as strong, that area for me. I thought we started with a bang.
Then we have finally sort of like the Chinese area,
Sick.
which I think is like quite eclectic for Chinese area. Lots of different sort of like roof styles and colours going on.
It's just so bold. I love it.
Yeah, it's really busy for all the right reasons.
Coaster, yeah.
That like quad element
like
inversion.
Inverted sort of launch coaster is crazy.
Is that like? Oh,
At least I think it's launched. Maybe it is.
That's awesome.
Maybe it is.
I mean,
maybe it just drops into it.
Look at that sculpture. I mean, it doesn't look perfectly like what it's supposed to be, but
Is it a Buddha?
everyone can see it immediately. Yeah, I think so.
It looks like a Buddha. That's crazy.
Oh, this one. Yeah. That's like one of those another DKMP. No, it is really cool though. Like this sort of just using these pipes in that way. I love it. He's crossing his legs, Liam. His knees they're very bendy.
Also like how he's using like the Great Wall as a backdrop for the whole area.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Anyway, mid, next.
It's for church, honey. So our next group is a mixture. So we could see some LL, we could see some RCT2. Let's see what it's going to be. So we got Disney's Fantasia, Washizan Park, Rainbow Sonic,
Banger.
Disney's Beautiful World, Busch Gardens San Simeon, Troy's Ancient Resort, Mahoning Gardens, Starpointe, Seawall Barcelona, Belle Isle, and Conquests of Quinlan Quinto.
I would enjoy all of these, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well.
If this stream finishes and we
Big
don't see a
ride.
Disney park, I'm going to be a bit annoyed.
Yes!
Oh,
wish.
interesting shot.
Underappreciated, I think.
Nice. BSG's. So bigshootergill second spotlight. So his first spotlight was Marriott Park. And this was like, I guess, his first proper sort of fantasy themed spotlight. That isn't like tied down to like an IP or anything.
It kind of is, because it's tied down to that character, isn't it?
Oh, is this a real
Yeah,
IP? I thought this was like some original thing he made.
No, I
Maybe
think it
I'm
was
wrong.
based.
Yes, we can Google it. I always assumed it was.
I think it's.
I mean, it is such a
based.
a unique name. It probably
Zachary Quinto, was it?
I think it's RPG based, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. I mean, I love this entrance, like the big structure and the cogwheels and stuff.
But I do think he made it.
Oh! Yeah. It's when you Google it, it only comes up with this, so it is unique.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
There we go.
It felt original, yeah.
BSG having a unique thought. Never would have imagined it.
Original IPs. He's not relying on the Disney machine.
Yeah, there's like a readme to this, where it says you're like going on a quest to collect medals or something. And there are like medals hidden in all these areas.
And I love BSG's style with like he does it with like this sort of like medieval fantasy elven kind of thing really well. He did it for I think the head-to-head final.
I remember opening this up and just being like, "This bangs. This is just so like fun."
This is great though. This like castle, this like sort of black rocky castle is great on the edge. Having this sort of
really cool,
dead
isn't
kind
it?
of rocky area. That's like the basis for this, I guess, pirate thing. Having like the ship come out here that people can like walk onto and stuff.
I love that white dust on the water.
Yeah, like the mist effect. I think that was like one of the.
Yeah.
Might have been like an early. Yeah, it was like an ocean fog layer. So I guess it was like an early mist effect he was making objects for.
Crunch before crunch.
Crunch before ye, except after C. And that is speeding with that.
Absolutely, we've got places to be.
Fucking yeah, yeeting these people.
Yeah, just like it's a ride, but you've left the hob on at home.
That's pretty cool. Raised like like a.
Yeah, you'd normally see that after like an MCBR, wouldn't you? But
yeah,
it's like heightened
it up. On
up.
the cliff side, it's really cool.
Smirred. This is abusive. The speed at which this is going.
Yeah.
Mate, there are just wallets just floating around in that water.
Yeah.
There's like an iPhone 17 just like washing up on shore as we speak.
Let me make the water visible because it looks nice. This is a sick like castle. Very sort of like dark fantasy kind of vibes.
What was the last spotlight you can think of that had an inverted hairpin coaster?
Probably this one then. Yeah, I can't think.
Might be the only one.
That is a very cool ride.
I remember this. This is the thing that I remember from this park. I think just looking at the inverted hairpin and being like, "What?"
I do love when a park just goes with a really like niche ride type.
Yeah.
Like spotlight on it. So then we get up to this kind of like jungly kind of magical area. It's a bit hard to like pin down the exact theme because I think there's a lot of like object usage in here. A lot of interesting like sort of bricks and then sort of thatch here. Neraric Explorer.
We've had a bit of like a drought of like these like rizzy fantasy spotlights up until our most recent spotlight from Blue with the very gestural and iconic. I've forgotten. I can only think of Stonehenge. What's the full name of it?
Revelations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of Stonehenge.
All that homework, Sam, gone to waste.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I even read Liam's essay, though it pained me to do so.
I love that BSG went for the unusual wooden coaster color here.
Yes,
Yeah,
love that.
bright teal and purple track.
We need more of this. We need more. This is my takeaway. We need more of this kind of stuff, everyone.
I love this bit as well. This, like, the crunchy kind of wall textures here in the stone. And then, like, this drop through this sort of outcropping of grass.
Look at that macro.
Cool.
Banging.
It's fantastic. And, like, these, like, caves and holes sort of opening up in the cliff. Where are you?
What's this, like, churning thing in between the paths there? Is it a ride or is it just texture?
Oh, this thing.
Sorry, just to the upper right of that. You just look down from where from the station. You can see
this. Dragon tail spikes. Oh, that's cool. So I guess implied there's like a dragon underneath this or something. Or a dragon's tail. Yeah. And this is maybe the dragon.
Yeah.
That's very cool. This like sort of gap in the path as well on the bridge. It's a nice element. To be able to look down on the people as they fly past.
You can get some revenge, drop your wallet on them instead.
Yeah, spit on them.
The chat also pointed out BSG usage of the Amazing Earl flagged rides. I think that's cool as well.
That's a ding for me. I hate these objects. They're just so ugly. I'm sorry. They're good for like early stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, but for some reason they work really well here.
Oh, they're not they're rigs rides. Good point out, Liam.
Oh yeah.
Nerd.
I think there are also Amazing Earl rides in here.
This area is nice, like a sort of fairy kind of. Lots of like flying traders. Has a very Corsair Viridian type vibe, just with a bit more sort of whimsy and this log flume is great as well. Love these little like sort of rocks that are like spewing smoke or mist or whatever.
Like melting ice.
Very nice.
And then we get, I think this is probably one of my favourite areas for the park. This sort of desert kind of area.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
When do we think the next fantasy spotlight is going to be?
Hopefully there's been some life breathed into it by the efforts of Blutiful Monday. Someone moving furniture.
That was my laptop.
Yeah, that's the euphemism, Sam.
So someone's like moving a cabinet. I'm too innocent to know what that means, by the way, so I play Roller Coaster Tycoon, so I don't know what that means. When was the last time you saw an
air-powered? Yeah. Long time. And
actually, so the contrast of that colour.
Yes. Bright.
It's nice, yeah.
Pink in the middle as well. But I'm trying to your question, JK. I think, I'm not sure. I guess you'd have to look at what the Spotlight tracker says, but I think what's Alex working on at the minute? No, he's doing realism stuff these days. I guess it isn't full fantasy anyway. Would you consider your Batman Park fantasy?
Ooh,
JK?
no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't actually.
Interesting.
Even though it kind of is, but
So
yeah.
it's kind of it's a difficult distinction. There's like traditional fantasy that's fully like in this vein, and then you have things that are just, I guess, concept maps almost.
Yeah, it's like infinite money realism, where it's kind of like it's not realistic in terms of the fact that it exists, but it is feasible if like with modern technology, and it is like realistic insofar as it like complies with the Americans with Disability Act and stuff like that.
I mean, if you look at the Spotlight tracker, currently Split Vision's Pokemon Park is like practically due.
No, we're talking. He said he finished it, didn't he? Isn't it done? He said on Discord it was finished.
So that was like maybe a week ago or two. It was at 97%.
I think we need to move on.
Think about moving on.
Yeah.
So, our next group.
This is why we keep a German on deck.
Yeah, he's keeping us on time. So we've got Storybrook Glen, DisneyEarth Vancouver, Egyptopia, Audrix Towers, Tin Escape East, Atlantis Lost Empire, the Aegean, Ancient Worlds, Aeros Wormwood, and Southwinds.
I hope we get Aeros Wormwood. I will say that something that we've lost on the website is a lot of write-ups, and we used to have fantasy like role play write-ups that were like trip reports, and I remember there was one for Egyptopia. Oh,
but we got Storybrook Glen, so we're going to see
Glen. This is a good one to have.
The replacements building.
Yeah,
It's a really good one to have. I thought that
because it's very like modern and this is like a different era entirely, isn't it? Slaps.
Instance.
So good. Nuke it.
Yeah, so I guess for anyone unfamiliar, this was like started off as a 15-minute park in the Discord where each person would take it for 15 minutes, plop something down, and then hand it over to the next person. And it eventually sort of slowed down for a bit, and then eventually, I think in another Discord, Pacificoaster, Nin, Leon, and Steve, and a few other people then picked it up again, and they just went to town and finished it. And this is like, I guess, one of like the high points of NCSO at that time, and it still is, I think.
Yeah, I would be surprised, and I know this, I bet a lot of people have said this and then been proven wrong entirely. I think this is going to age perfectly, and there's not going to be a point, because it's NCSO and it has sophisticated hacks and all of this stuff. I think that this one isn't going to age. It's just going to still be a banger because it's so well composed. It's got Nin, it's got Steve, it's got Pacificoaster, it's got Leon. Like, what more could you want?
Yeah.
The thing that I hate most about it, and if you would do me the honor of deleting the Batman the Ride clone, I'd be very appreciative.
I love this ride. I love the bright red on it. El Condor. And this was, so this was based on, originally this was because it was the El Condor ride from Six Flags Holland, I want to say, or Belgium. So it was originally an invert that wasn't a Batman clone, I don't think.
It was a Condor clone.
It got replaced, and we sort of kept it.
Well, fair enough. You're lucky it's not me looking at it, that's all I'm saying. Otherwise,
the Great Pumpkin.
There'd be a big gap.
Amazing sombrero. Lots of debate when this got created, whether it's going to be how they're going to make the sombrero pumpkin. Or how are they going to make the sombrero ride anyway? And then this western area is like, I think, mostly pack, and it's just insanely good.
I love this. When was the last time you saw a spinner thing?
Whizzer.
Yeah, Whizzer. That's what it's called.
Westwinds. I remember G-Force like.
Oh, that doesn't count.
From the death. And it was like, oh shit, that's a really good ride choice to do.
I think we need to mention all the flat rides in this park. Basically, they're all very well done.
Oh, you mean like anything that's like sort of hacked here?
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Really, really good.
And like,
And we've also talked about the sombrero ride, and like all these supporting rides are quite incredible in this park.
And then we have El Dorado. Really good work here.
and we've got like the back of house stuff there.
Yeah, yeah. Just like random. So many like cool details in this as well.
And look at
I remember
this,
seeing
like
Leon build this theater, and it was like Jesus
it's
Christ.
like the globe sort of
This
vibe.
guy. Yeah.
So
And
good.
sticking like the rapid piece with that on top.
It looks like a
it's just
globe.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from afar, that looks like a globe. Yeah. And this medieval area is really, really good.
It's
I think
it's
like
vibe design throughout the whole
Good.
park.
Yeah.
It's almost like signature. Like obviously there's loads more builders on it, but it's signature pack just having just
This is crazy as well. The sword in the stone that uses like the top of the swinging
Yeah.
vertex. Yeah. That's mad. But yeah, it's just those
awesome.
kind like tiny little like tricks just like peppered throughout the park.
Yeah.
And like this like indoor sort of scene.
Like the cutaway.
Oh, I love the water
Love this
coaster.
coaster.
I think this water coaster inspired Donkey Kong a little bit when in
Oh, this one.
yeah. We built a water coaster in Donkey Kong and
Yeah.
referencing this heavily.
Hypercoaster.
You don't often see the Morgan style or the Arrow style hypercoaster all that often, do you?
I have a question, and it's a bit of a hot take.
Okay.
Question / hot take. I'm not sure what it is. Is it worth it getting a spotlight as a group builder, as a group park? Would you feel rewarded?
I think so. It comes from like a different direction, doesn't it? Like it as opposed to being like, I'm going to build a spotlight. It's good to have something that you've worked on with your mates be appreciated, I think is the way that I'd consider it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be like, yeah, it's like a different perspective. I do understand your question though. Like if, say for example, if us four got together and we were like, we're going to get a spotlight, would we appreciate the feeling as much as if we'd done it solo? Is that like what you're getting at?
Yeah.
It's a good question. It's a good question. This Woody's great.
This Woody is so good. This layout, crazy. Like huge turn down here.
Just
That's
awesome.
Massive structure. Love the landscaping on this island as well.
The little orchard up at the top.
Yeah. I also remember there's some amazing stuff in the outskirts of this park. Like,
Yeah, there's like
right here.
All this, this farm area, yeah.
Yeah, just to answer Scoop's comment, actually, no, it's not from a fact that it's not as prestigious because it's a group park. It's just that I was questioning the fact, is it a draw to build a group park spotlight, knowing that, the share could be greater for a solo kind of venture.
This is crazy as well.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like putting this flying circus ride on like
Yeah,
this.
and the flying circus.
So cool. So cool. I think that's probably like one of the only like good attempts at like a flying circus that's like been done. 'Cause they are difficult to do, having like this massive like boom and having this thing in the air.
Just the car ride. I love the car ride.
Oh, just the car ride, the original car ride. I think it's probably improved. I think the layout was maybe changed. But yeah.
And El Loco for me as well. Yet again, another example of ride design at its finest.
And this like Montezuma type. What is it?
Oh, you mean
Zamperla?
the Sierra, is it?
A Sierra or whatever it is.
Something, yeah.
And just that nestled in the turnaround, you've got those towers, and there's even a log flume over there. It's just so saturated with like, it's like saturated, but it's so breathable as well.
Yeah, there's a lot like squeezed into this space, but it still feels really like spacious.
It's always hard to say, but I think we need to look at the time again.
Aye, Captain. Well, look at this wing coaster. It isn't true NCSO because it has the wing coaster car.
Good point.
Yeah.
You guys need
Just
to
something to
consider
bear in
it's
mind.
like 1 hour later
It's
for me.
fantastic. All right, okay. Let's move on. Let's just quickly look at this boat because that is a really good boat.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Amazing.
I say, let's Timo, if you want to be a bit more aggressive with the timings on this, that's absolutely fine.
No, I'm just looking at so we are roughly at 10 minutes per park. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think group 9 now, so it's 2 more.
Yeah.
Right, so we got Snowdrop by another Roomie spotlight. We got Magic Realms Resort. We got Disney's Tilted Acres. We got Cataclysm. We got Blue Oak. We got Six Flags Carolina. Isol Calabria. Islands of Adventure Hollywood. Disney Sea Spain and Bijou Magique. So we got 2 turtle spotlights in the mix. So, 2 in 10, 1 in 5 chance.
We've got one good one.
Fingers crossed.
One good one. Oh,
We've got one. We've got an artist park and also a turtle one.
oh my god.
Yeah, and we got the, in your opinion, Sam, the bad turtle park.
I'm joking. I wasn't joking when I was saying those are the ones we mid.
So Turtle's first spotlight. And I think one of the earliest parks he might have done. I can't remember much more from before.
And look,
Already
it's peepable.
This hay bale bush object.
Oh wow, which is
I
still
really
in
appreciate.
circulation now.
Yeah. So still very like almost LL style. This is. It feels
Yeah, that.
like that.
It's
Like
about,
that sort of style ported across.
What year was this? Do we know?
I think
2004.
Wow, very early then.
Yeah. I think something we need to say about
Huge
this
amount of
park
water.
is like the composition. Yeah, Central Lake, and there's also like four corners.
Center Lake and Four
Such a
Corners.
traditional park. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Liam calculated that Viterra's Shores fits in the lake of Bijou Magique. Like it's just a massive fucking lake.
That's really funny. Like, why would you even check that?
That should be like a fact on the
Yeah, nice factoid.
That's like an admonishment of both parks, in my opinion.
how many Viterra's Shores fits inside this area?
Is Veritas is Viterra's Shores one of the smaller spotlights?
I think it's the smallest, yeah.
Wow. It is very good, though. I know which one I'd rather be looking at right now.
Yeah. Man, I mean, this is great, at least. This first drop I love.
Yeah. I mean, it's Turtle. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Like literally straight out of the station. Imagine getting on that ride and then shitting
So the thing you do is get soaked.
And then you're just hanging out for ages. You're just chilling. That's like the frustrating thing about water rides is that you do kind of have to backload you've got to give it a finale, and that sometimes affects your composition. And it's sort of like, it's almost the opposite for a coaster, isn't it? Like, you start with a bang on a coaster and it sort of like chills out as it goes along. With a water ride, you want to have that climax moment because you don't want them to be sat there soaking for ages after the big finale.
Oh, that's crazy. It's like it's a Mobius ride as well.
Ah.
So it's one ride but 2 drops. I think I guess as a peep you get on one side. Imagine doing the other side soaking wet. Like you just get in the queue again for the other ride of the side of the ride. Yeah. And then you get into this area, which the red path here is really like an interesting choice. Because I don't think I've seen that red path used a lot, at least not in these like early parks.
Yeah, it reminds me of Highball.
I love like still like using like path as roofing. It's still very like LL influenced.
Yeah. And it's the same color as the path.
Yeah. Change your path colors or change your roof colors. Yeah. I really like this area, like the dino area, sort of. The dueling coasters. So much, lots of space, like huge paths.
Ooh, little dueling SLCs. That's quite nice.
This back corner's not finished. I don't know why I'm like going in so hard on this particular spotlight. I think it's because I really like Turtle. I think that's why. And I'm like, if we're going to look at Turtle.
But what Turtle represents is the evolution of the game, because his last design, his waterfalls, are some of the best in the game now.
Yes.
So it's just, he's one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like baby steps Turtle.
Yeah.
Compared to like Mist and stuff. But you can still see his like knack for like atmosphere and that kind of stuff in this.
One of the best in the game for atmosphere.
It's funny like how sort of almost tiny this rapids feels. Oh no, it comes over here. Okay, fair enough. This random manor. I don't.
It's just a random like little purple section.
A random bit of extra stuff that I just do not remember at all. It's like in the middle of the lake. This is so good. This island.
That's awesome.
It's just like it's kind of sparse, but it's like it's built up in the areas it it needs to be.
Who is this? Is this like a parrot?
Oh,
this is the original macaw.
Oh, this is the good macaw.
Yeah. Macaw,
Wait, I
but
feel like
good
that's
this
a
time.
title, like the real macaw.
The real McCoy, the real macaw.
And then you got like these random like waterfalls. There's always like a waterfall coming off the map edge that's just like, and you have to like justify why it's so tall.
But we saw this like during Head-to-Head Classic with Viori Shores, what's it called? With our team
like,
and AVC.
Or something, yeah.
And that had
like a huge waterfall.
It was literally like a huge pond on the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
like.
Just to have
cool,
that pretzel
it's
waterfall.
Rizzy.
It was so cool for the set piece. Yeah. And you got this sort of cool sort of terrain woody, which I quite like.
Really loving the lift hill and that little structure above it.
I feel like this is Heraclea underbaked Heraclea, and then we got the real version.
All right, should we take a look then at the next?
Yes.
And final.
Is this the final one?
This is the final group 10, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's one really fast.
So we got Tropico Horizons, Florida Disney Sea, Riverland, Mount Sinister, Pacific Ocean Park, Gronaland, Europa Park World Showcase, Mario Kart, Legacies, Liseberg, and Coors Park.
Wait. Are you telling me we're not going to get a Disney park on this stream?
We might not, we know. Florida Disney Sea might be our only hope. And I don't really want to see that.
No.
Compared to like Gronaland or Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, like Riverland, like one of the most important really contemporary
really good like European stuff here. Legacy, Europa Park, Riverland, Gronaland, Liseberg.
Interesting to see 2 lagoon parks in there as well.
Yeah. Got a good chance.
Is it?
Tropico Horizons.
Wow. Tropico. Fatha's, I think, first or second spotlight, I think.
Fatha,
So
a name
it's
that
sort of
everybody should
early
know,
days.
along with like the Nevises and all of these classic names.
So we had 2 Tropico parks. We had Tropico Horizons and Tropico Cove. Let's open the cover version first.
Ooh, we love a franchise.
So Tropico Horizons was actually released at Christmas in
Oh, right.
2002.
Oh, right. Wow. So that was like very soon after the site was live. Wow.
Is this park paused?
No, this has just got no peeps and is very slow.
Oh yeah,
And none
there's
of
a
the
lot
rides
of
are
them.
open. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like
Not even opening the rides.
I think this was a Fatha thing where like nothing was open.
Yeah.
Guess you got to unwrap it like a present because it was Christmas.
What's
Love this.
present?
It's like pure classic B&M, right? at the
Yeah.
end. Like this is just every kind of like trope.
Yeah, this is like
a loop
straight
through the
down the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. Having like 2 MCBRs is funny though. I guess that's not really an MCBR.
Yeah, it's like a trim break, I suppose.
Yeah.
But still, it shouldn't be
even,
going
like,
too fast through that.
Early
Transfer track.
realism there, yeah.
Damn. Damn, move aside, Pacificoaster.
Yeah, it does. This does.
I think Pac
This
will
is
be
actually
fun.
really sweet layout. It's pretty fast, but
Better than McCaw, anyway. Damn, it still rattles through that at a pace, doesn't it? People love their dual.
dual,
look at that. It does
The
like
dual.
merge together though on the
yeah,
left.
I think it was often like a false sort of drop with one side.
There was a call for us to spin again, by the way, just from a few players.
Well, that was just Liam. Don't worry. It does a bit of meandering, I guess, before it gets to the final drop.
Cute
But
little
yeah,
bridge.
that very very like early LL. Just like you can always like tell the textures are sort of, I don't know.
We weren't sick of it yet.
By twos.
Fucking 5 spotlights a month.
Huge. I guess this is meant to be like an Intamin hyper.
It looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like Millennium Force coded.
Mm.
Demeter also, incidentally, the best boons in Hades 2. One person might get that reference. If you find as your first boon, what's it called? Never mind, my memory's gone. I'm very old.
This layout is really good, I think. Like the diagonal sort of hills there.
That bangs, yeah, that's really cool.
That's sick. This corner. Nice amphitheatre here on the water. That's cool.
That's awesome. That's cool. Very well composed. You know what? Here's my hot take. I find Busch Garden Sans Semyon or whatever it's called. I find it quite like the density is just a bit too much for me.
Yeah, overload. I feel like he got there with Disney movie magic. You can kind of tell he's cramming in a lot more themes. And then that just like,
I'm
goes
seeing
even
the
further
magic
with
more
the-
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the more of. I guess there's just a lot more space sort of made.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I was with you guys on this one. I've got to be honest.
You don't like it?
Do you not like it?
I'm struggling.
I'm not like super in love with it, but I'm just like there's definitely bits that I really appreciate in here.
This is a dry
coaster.
one. What track's on that?
So it's like B&M. So the way they did B&M flying coasters was to have the Vekoma flying track overlaid with inverted coaster.
Because there was only
Because
the
there wasn't a
Vekoma.
flying coaster.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Chris Sawyer
I like-
hadn't heard of it.
He had never been on air at Alton Towers by then. Only Nemesis.
It's really interesting how in like the very base game of Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 was literally rides that he'd seen with his eyes, and then he went to Europe and saw some more rides, and he was like, "I'm gonna add these." It's just so like cute.
Mm.
I'm not like blown away by this, but I do.
I mean, yeah, this is like
it's good.
one of his first. It's probably his first like spotlight, and this is very early on.
But like, there's really good like compositional eye in here, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like the entrance into like seeing the.
Milo just saying, Fatha never met a theme he couldn't cactus. It's like, yeah, Western cactus, Egyptian cactus. But yeah,
Snow cactus.
no cactus. I'm sure that maybe you did put a secret cactus somewhere. Anyway, yeah, I think that's. Should we look at one last then? Should we take requests from the audience? One last spotlight? With a few
Yeah,
minutes
I
to
think
go.
we should do that.
I think that's a good idea. I like that.
First shout. Well, I
Didn't
don't
say
want to
I'd love
Alright.
to see a Disney park, but that's just from me. But Lurker and Liam are typing. Mahoning Gardens.
Look, I guess that first.
Let's do one more.
Liam, Scoop, Lurker. Oh, we've had a reaction.
This is so good. This park is like when G-Force just like went up a level.
Already from a high point as well.
Well, yeah, but already from like just doing like I guess Cedar Fair stuff, and very sort of like his brand of realism, and then this sort of like adds that extra layer of sort of history to it, and like in universe.
And here we're talking outskirts as well.
Yeah, you got these like.
This wasn't pre-open, was it? We had it open at this point.
Yeah, 2022. So this was
way into open. Yeah.
Some crazy outskirts here. I think some of these were made by like Andrew.
Really?
Like, yeah, I'm sure he had a. I think this Duncan was made by Steve.
Who would have thought?
Or it was either this or something. I assume it's going to be this. But yeah, anyway, the park is just so cool. Like having 3 wooden coasters.
All of them white.
4 wooden coasters because of the
iconic.
time period. Yeah. And not being like restricted by that, and just being able to say, okay, I'm going to do 4 coasters, and they're all going to be distinct. They're all going to be, recognizable. Like this.
It's crazy.
I love this layout. I think there's one like best layout at the awards or best wooden coaster.
Yeah. It's just ballsy. It's also someone that is confident in the coaster building to be like, yeah, I'm going to execute this in different ways because I get this. And I just really respect that. I think that's probably one of the huge highlights of the park for me. That
we've got the AJ Helix here. I think AJ has a bomb in their like neck or something that goes off if they don't put one of them on every wooden coaster.
Like Speed or something. He has to build a wooden coaster with a massive helix if it goes under 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, AJ layout slap.
But yeah, I love all the architecture. Yeah, I love like this like games thing. It's just like very, I don't know, very old school, very like classic. I mean, it looks like that. It's not like just copying standard sort of Cedar Fair. It feels very like up in time.
Inclined clock there.
That was sick.
And you've got is this a fully hacked Revolution?
It might be.
Like, isn't that just awesome as like a statement as before you've even got into the park?
Oh, where is it? That's my favorite ride in this park. It's somewhere. The rocket ships on on this platform that's above the whole path, so you have to go up the stairs to get to it. This is
This is how it's meant to be.
There's a ride like that in Blackpool Pleasure Beach, isn't there?
You know what?
I think as soon as you get through the entrance.
But like the the structure is just so clean. And like using really super thin rails. I love it.
It's great.
And then these outskirts. It's just like you like trawl through like 70s suburbia pictures just to like find all this, I feel like Chase Bank. It's just like so cool.
Yeah, some great comments. Leon, all-time favorite Woody. Gustav, bonkers ass layout. Milo, alternate history is so fun. Liam, I like how GeForce just slowly kept improving his skill and niche, and now he's quietly one of the best realism players the game has ever seen. Agreed. Nice comments.
Love these like random like the patches of dark, like where they've clearly like sort of
them fresh tarmac.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nice.
Or asphalt.
But yeah, fantastic park. Right, so what's the next? Do one more? Or should we finish up?
More guys, or should we?
One more.
Wrap
We've
it
got
up?
to do. You've said one more now. We're not going to not do one more.
Wait.
Disney something.
Yeah, it's
Something
Disney.
DisneyEarth Vancouver. What do we think?
Liam counted 16 Disney parks, and we haven't hit one of them.
Well, there you go.
DisneyEarth
Look at the
Vancouver
draw.
by Pants, which was just completely out of nowhere. I feel like Pants just sort of almost came. I can't remember. I don't think he had any full releases before this, except like an in-progress park, and then there's this kind of like, I don't know, stomped on everything before.
Yeah, it was really crazy because remember I wasn't really like super involved in the community, and then I just saw that there was a spotlight one day, and it was this, and I was like, "What? What?
Yeah.
What? Like this is the best."
I love this like opening. You just wouldn't expect it from like a Disney park, I guess, but it still feels really, I don't know, like it belongs.
What's it called? Sperm?
Very cool. Soaring.
Okay.
Sorry,
The bit rate's low.
I love this like main street as well. Like for a Disney park to have a main street that's like sort of off kilter and like fully like themed differently is really cool. Love this. And then you get to the opening scene, which is this huge Everest.
Is it Matterhorn or is it Everest?
Is it? I think it's Everest because
No,
it's like
it's Asian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that snowy peak inspired the big mountain in the New Zealand section in The Lonely Planet.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. I can see it like the one in Porto Encanto as well. It feels like it matches that too. Like I feel like it had an influence on some later parks in terms of like weenies.
Yeah. Who would have thought a mountain?
And then this huge waterfall.
Yeah.
Like, that's a crazy thing to like just throw in.
What a great part. Like this is like one of my favorite spots.
I love all of like I think when people pointed out all of like the bridges and stuff and like the infrastructure is just so like realistic and so well done.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like I think it was like over here or something. You have this like this bridge going over the path, and like obviously from a bird's eye view, it's very obvious and very clear that like this infrastructure. But then, you know, in real life, from a peep, you don't see that.
You'd
stuff.
never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little arena there. Little like show area on the left.
Which way?
Just on the left of your screen just now. That red canopy.
Oh, this. The arena. Oh, I thought you said marina. I was like, what? Oh, so I think it's a Lion King.
Sorry,
yeah.
English is my second language.
What's your first?
Tycoon.
Yes.
No hacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
I love this area.
I think this is I like this coaster the least. I just feel like it's a bit clunky. Like.
Yeah, I guess in the corner there.
But all the others are really
the
nice.
theming here is like some of the best for like best Arabian theming I've seen.
Excuse me, we've not really talked about this park enough as like a community. Maybe we did back in the day when I wasn't really active, but it bangs. It's so good.
Yeah, it bangs. And then, a year or so later, drop Solar Wings Skyway.
Yeah.
It's like,
We haven't
okay,
seen enough of them,
then.
huge like Tower of Terror. I think this is meant to be like a Tower of Terror, yeah, like style ride.
Mm.
Yeah, which is it's a really cool take on like a Tower of Terror ride, which are normally all like massive hotels in the real parks, and then he sort of adapts it for an abandoned mine.
Love that. that drunk truck driver going down the diagonal road in just like the bottom right just then. See, watch this guy. Look, no, take license off. No.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Great
And then like
area.
over on this side, the New York theming is just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just like
Maddening.
so good.
Didn't Pants get an award for the steel coaster in this?
Not really. Oh,
Just
the
that
this one.
backside, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
he got
this is-
best steel
yeah.
coaster.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. That is. I feel like this was one of the last things he built because it's just there in terms of uniqueness, visual
And the integration
composition.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's just got so much impact.
Love like this view down here, up through this like these really tall like facades.
Yeah.
And this sort of walkway under the bridge. Very like it's very like Disney Sea that bit. But
This-
obviously like,
yeah.
Disney Earth. And then like the World's Fair area. Love this.
That section gives me X Coaster vibes.
Mm.
Just the way.
Yeah, yeah. Like the
Pure
balloons
Disney
and
Air.
stuff.
Yeah. Oh, X Coaster, please come back to us.
I think he would have done the blimp in the hangar, but would have got a lawsuit from Nin.
Man, and then the hotel the other day I was looking at as well.
Yeah,
Crazy.
step change.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's. Shall we end it there then?
Let's put a bow in it. Thank you guys so much for joining us and taking this trip down memory lane, seeing this selection of spotlights, some unexpected ones in there, some rediscovered classics. And I guess that's it. Is there anything else that we want to say before we go?
Yes, the announcement.
Oh!
Yeah, we do have an announcement. We do have something special for you. It's not just spotlights all today, it's other stuff.
Oh my goodness, I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to be
1 moment.
revealing. I mean, I can put it up on the screen now if you want,
Um,
and everyone can get to it in their own time.
Isn't this a Timo responsibility?
no. My responsibility is to do something else.
Okay.
I hope this works now.
In the background.
Background, yeah.
New panelists.
Yeah, we've got new job openings. Woo!
We're finally getting sued by Atari for all the objects.
But why is this not working? And why is this my responsibility? This is not.
Because I'm the one streaming.
All right.
Stream typing your password in.
All right. Now it works.
So great to see other people joining us as well. Thanks for coming,
Extreme,
guys.
do you wanna show?
Have you
it
got
to
it
them?
working?
I think so.
Have you moved the...
Should I move them as
One
an own
sec.
forum or?
This is riveting, by the way, guys.
So Sam,
Of course, we're doing this on purpose. It's definitely not the fact
This is
that
like
I'm doing it
suspense.
the first time. Yeah.
All right. We need to have like a big like debate in the chat about what the best like flavor of potato, chip or crisp, depending on your nationality, lineage, and persuasion.
Well, also, Josh thinks we're about to reveal a shirtless photo of Extreme.
Oh yeah! I'm ready.
Oh, you moved it to contests. Okay.
When I was in Italy, they had lime flavored crisps, and they were so good. Have you guys ever seen them in the UK?
No.
Tell you what slaps. Oregano crisps in Greece. That's what slaps.
We're gonna have to do the crisp tour.
Yes. Very good.
Okay, have we got the... Let's just pretend it's all been done. Shall I move the stuff? Shall I show us everyone what we're looking at?
Hey!
Oh, we got, a new content.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Woohoo. So, Through the Ages is a new contest that we're debuting. It's quite familiar, you'll probably find. But we're going to be traveling through different time periods. So we're going to start off in the ancient world, and we'll see later on, as the month progresses, what each round is going to be later on. But they're all going to be in different time periods. They're going to jump around a bit, so don't expect it to always be in the future, or in the past, or from there. So the first deadline is November 2nd. And if we look at our first round, the ancient world, so the park must be set in or themed to the era 250 BCE, or around that sort of time frame, and must feature one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
Damn.
So similar to Grand Tour, you can work alone or in pairs, and so I guess a few more tweaks then is that we've announced, I guess, that we're gonna have the 6th round is gonna be a micro. So that'll be a 1 week sort of sprint. But then each other round is going to be 4 weeks until the grand final. And if you win one of the rounds, you get entered into the grand final to become the champion.
It's like a Grand Tour meets Pro Tours.
Mm.
Yeah, if we think that Grand Tour is Wacky Worlds, Through the Ages is Time Twister.
Love that. Great.
There we go. So Through the Ages, and we hope to see some amazing work, because for me, an Egyptian theme has never ever been done properly in this game, or as well as it could do, especially in the modern meta. No shade whatsoever. I just think there's just so much room to explore there. We saw like some decent stuff in Micro Madness, but I think we can still top it. And yeah, we're just super excited about this contest. Shout out to the graphics team. We kept this job away from the graphics team, so it'll be a surprise to you guys as well, because you guys deserve a surprise once in a while. But yeah, it's just, we're really excited for this. We're really excited to see some amazing RCT, some amazing entries from everyone. The really great thing about Grand Tour and now Through the Ages is you get to choose your partnerships and make it happen and build with the builders that you want to build with, or you've been itching to build with and you've just never found the right opportunity. So this is your chance to just jump in and just have fun. There's some amazing briefs we've got.
I've got a question.
Oh, go for it.
You don't have to do every round, do you? You can just do one round.
No.
Nope.
No, so
You can try.
go for so
I
if you
know,
win any round
I
you
know
win.
at least one person that will do that.
One person will try. Yeah.
I mean, actually, I feel like this, like, if you're looking at the schedule, it's interesting that we're doing that over Christmas. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to
the
be.
final dash for round 3 is going to be at the last few days of Christmas. That'll be a fun one.
Well, for a lot of people,
ignore
that's
your
like
family,
their only
ignore your family,
vacation
they don't
time
need
of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no upper or lower limit on how many rounds you can enter. It's just that once you won a round, you get into the grand final. And if you do win a round and you win another round later on, the runner-up would be the one entered into the grand final.
So you can't block people out.
You can't just you can't just
be the only
block
person in
people
the
from getting
final. Lame. You guys are cowards.
Oh, nice. Gustav, in RCT discussion, who wants to do hanging gardens with me? That would be really interesting. I was hoping someone might even attempt.
Yeah.
that.
Well, Extreme Milo and I have already nailed it with Between the Rivers.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Ooh,
Amazing.
right.
What I think we should do, guys, is we should jump into the public channel so that we can hear people's chatting.
Sounds good.
Should we all jump over there, VC1?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Meet you over there, fam.
Right, bye.